Hi, my name is Alejandro Liguori. I'm one of the safety managers for Juniper. Today we're going to talk to you about what is the proper way or proper procedure to inspect your vehicles at the gate check when they're exiting your yard. We're also going to talk about the proper way of placing the cones on the vehicles so that way you keep your vehicle and your people safe. As the vehicle approaches the gate check, you want to make sure that your dashboard is completely clean. There's no debris, there's no objects in it. You want to also check to make sure that the left and right turn signals are fully operational. Make sure that both mirrors are intact. The actual passengers, that they all buckled up. As we are checking the vehicle, we're going to ask the driver to put your left turn signal, right turn signal, step on the brakes to make sure that all lights are functioning, not only on the front of the vehicle, but on the back as well. We're also going to have him hand the horn to make sure that the horn is fully operational. You also want to make sure that the tires are in good condition and the tread is really good. No wear bars are visible on the tires, whether it be the truck or the trailer. We also want to make sure that you have a first aid kit fully stocked, also a fire extinguisher as well. And the fire extinguisher is properly mounted underneath the seat and is fully charged and inspected. We also have to make sure that the gas cap is present and is tightly fitted on the vehicle. Coming down to the connections of the trailer, we want to make sure that the chains are properly crossed. We want to also make sure that the clip is facing you, not towards the cab. We want to make sure that the breakaway system is completely independent and not threaded in the chains, and is attached, very important, attached to the body of the truck itself. Also want to make sure that the U-shaped pin is properly placed. This is a safety mechanism in case the ball was to detach from the truck. This will prevent that from happening. This cross pin right here is what holds this, which holds the trailer. You have to make sure that the existing locking pin in place to prevent the actual trailer detaching from the truck. So make sure that this pin is always present. Like I said before, the tire thread depth, it needs to be at a minimum of 330 seconds. Otherwise, you'll have to replace the tire. The wear bar is a good indicator of how soon do you have to change the tire. When the wear bar is even with the road surface, it's already time to change it. Also, you need to make sure that this rubber plug is installed and present on this part. There's grease and bearings inside that if this rubber plug is not present, they will come out, and then you have metal to metal creating a fire hazard. Please make sure that all the lights on the trailer are operable and the latching mechanism is intact and operable as well. To properly set up the cones, you need to have, on this type of setup, which is a truck and a trailer, a minimum of 5 cones. Now, each cone weighs approximately 12 pounds. The maximum amount of weight that we're supposed to carry is about 50 pounds. So the amount of cones maximum that we're able to lift up to prevent a back injury would be a matter of 4. Okay, in this particular scenario, we have a truck parked to my right, truck and trailer, and the traffic would be going this way. So the way that you do and place your cones safely is you start from the rear of the truck towards the front, and you will retrieve the cones the opposite way, from the front towards the back. Your first cone out of the 5 goes exactly here. And the way you figure it out, it could be further away or closer depending on your ramp and the situation, but it needs to be halfway where the vehicle is at. That's cone number 1. Cone number 2 is supposed to be placed right at the angle of the back of the trailer. The distance between this and this is approximately around 18 to 24 inches, depending on how wide the road is. If the road is too narrow, then you put it closer. The idea on this is to keep traffic, vehicles, as far away from the truck as possible. Now, when you are walking, you will be walking within this space, not around it, because that's unsafe. So please walk, put in the cones between the space between the cone and the trailer. Cone number 3 should be approximately 3/4 of the way in, right next to the trailer like we discussed, 18 to 24 inches separated. Cone number 4 should be about midway in the truck bed, again separated 18 to 24 inches from the truck. And cone number 5 needs to be placed right at the border of the front bumper. Reason why we do this is so we could check to make sure there's no objects left or there's a person in front of it and we could endanger his or her life. As you can see, for this type of setup, truck and trailer, we need a minimum of 5 cones. If it would have been the truck only, it would be a minimum of 3. You could have more, but that's the minimum required.